Thank you for joining me right here on the Solid Sports video blog. This is episode 143. This is our Thursday night football edition of the Solid Sports video blog. You're watching right here on the Solid Sports Gaming channel. I'm Troy Westhead. Thank you so much for joining me again. Not that much of a game this week. But if you love football, I guess it's still a football game. The Denver Broncos versus the New York Jets. That's what the two teams we'll be talking about today. Denver goes into MetLife Stadium to face the New York Jets. Both teams not doing so well this year, just to put it lightly. Honestly, I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm not going to try to spend too much time on this game. I'm just going to give my comments and keep it moving. And honestly, I'm not feeling well. Had a rough week. I'm just going to make it quick. If you just want a quick preview of this game, this is the place to come to. Not gonna waste too much time. Both teams 0-3 coming into this week. And Denver, of course, the Denver Broncos with a lot of injuries, or you would think they'd be a better, respectable team. Down to their third straight quarterback. The Jets they've been a mess for years, but no different this year. So both teams off to very slow starts this year. I guess I will start with the Denver Broncos. Of course, last week they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. 28-10 was the final score. Of course, like I said, I think the start of the season they started with Jake Locke. He got hurt. Then they moved to Driscoll, who didn't play too bad. I think he has an injury, so they down to the third straight quarterback, which is the nephew of Mark Ripken. So I'm gonna pull up his first name here. Like I said, I'm trying to breeze right through this one today. Brett Ripken, which is remember the quarterback from, if you're old enough, 1992. Mark Ripken led the Washington Redskins to their last Super Bowl. Was the last Super Bowl that they won? Well, now they're the Washington football team. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, it's going to take me a while to get that together. I still said San Diego Chargers. I still said Oakland Raiders, but it's the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the Washington football team. Anyway, he will start for the Broncos. So that's why I'm probably going to lean towards the Jets in this game. But like I said, the Denver Broncos had a lot of injuries. Other than the two starters, quarterbacks. Cortland Sutton, he's out for the year. They lost Von Miller for the year. They just injured all across the board. So Denver's just half a football team coming in here. But I want to touch on John Elway, because Elway been getting a lot of criticism, and I think it's warranted. Especially, I guess, maybe because I'm just basically I'm a fan. But he played the quarterback position. Maybe it's like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan ain't doing too well as an owner and as a GM. He's never been that good at putting together a good team. Maybe Elway's the same way, at least when it comes to quarterbacks. He's won Super Bowls. Well, they won the Super Bowl, of course, recently, about the last 5 years. And most of the team around Denver has been good, but it's just been the quarterback that's been the issue. Other than Peyton Manning, he struggled to find a quarterback to lead this team. But I gotta go. I'm not going. Jake Locke, like I said, week one he looked pretty good. He looked like he has promise. So maybe they're gonna hang their head on that. But I think the thing that John Elway got in his favor that a lot of people don't love to bring it up. Like he's a Bronco. Like he spent his whole career in Denver, so I think it'd be really hard. Like I think he would have to do something unexcusable for him to be fired. I think his job is safe, honestly. And I just thought about that in my head just now. Like, he's a Bronco. They're not gonna just I mean, I can imagine. I'm just imagining, like, maybe some Bronco fans can come help me out with this, like how they feel about John Elway in this position, or, you know, I know overall they love him. Like, you know, he won 2 Super Bowls back to back. They love him. I mean, and then just the struggle that he got through to get there to win. I know that they always love him, but I wonder how they feel about him as a GM. Like, if the fans okay it, then maybe he will lose his job. But I think he's pretty much trenched in unless he do something off the wall. Like, I'm saying, like off the, like out of the building stuff, like criminal stuff. Like, that's the only reason why I think he would get fired. But any other situation, yeah, he probably would have been. That's why he stayed this long. He's a Bronco. They're not gonna just get rid of him for no reason, or for just them struggling, especially because he won a Super Bowl regardless of the quarterbacks being poor. You know, even Peyton Manning, even that year, Peyton Manning was done. You know, he dragged them across the finish line to the Super Bowl. So, but just weird that a quarterback can't find another good quarterback. But Locke looks pretty good. Let's see what he looks like when he excuse me, I know I think I'm sleepy, so I'm trying not to take too long with this video. So I'm stumbling through it, I'm not gonna lie. The future of this team, though, I think is pretty good. Like, when they get, you know, Sutton, you know, like I said, Von Miller, like, he's pretty much the anchor of this team right now. He had a rough year. He had COVID, and then he get injured to start the season. So rough year for Von Miller overall. But hopefully he come back stronger than ever. Denver got a good team overall. They just got to get the quarterback right, and if they do, maybe they can. But they got a bigger problem. You got the Kansas City Chiefs in your division with Pat Mahomes, so you're always probably gonna be behind the 8 ball for the next 10 years at least, because of that reason. But maybe they can trust themselves with being the second best team in this division in a year or so. The New York Jets, just terrible. Lost big last week, 36-7 to the Indianapolis Colts. But despite all that, I got some positive stuff to say about the Jets. Maybe not yet, but Adam Gase. Same with John Elway. Adam Gase, well, not gonna say same, but Adam Gase is on the hot seat right now. The Jets came out before the season and said they was behind 100%, but they've been quiet the last few weeks, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I think the Jets are so organized. I can't predict what they would do. From the outside looking in, I would say they would stick with Gase at least to the end of the season. Jets got some problems upstairs as well, but they own doing some off the field stuff. So maybe he don't feel inclined to let nobody go right now, or like I said, he got other people running the team. So I'm predicting what they would do. Adam Gase would be surprised if he's fired today, or if, like, say, they lose big tonight and he won't make it to the weekend. I would be shocked, but I also would be shocked if he stays at least throughout this season. Like I said, I think he's a decent coach. I just don't think he's head coach material, in my opinion. He did a good job in Miami. To me, you know, he did pretty well. Got him to the playoffs, I think twice when he was there. With Ryan Tannehill, who's doing success now in Tennessee, and the Titans got problems right now off the field with the COVID, of course, as you heard about that. That game with the Titans and the Steelers, which is a big game in the AFC, has been postponed. We're going to talk a little bit about that because they're in my Power 5 still. Adam Gase, I really don't know what his future is, honestly. Just how the Jets run the organization. He could be gone tomorrow, could be there the rest of the season. But either way, it won't surprise me. Sam Darnold, Jets fans, I don't know how I feel about Sam Darnold. I think I've seen a few Sam Darnold games. He has potential to be good. I just think the organization is not helping him, so maybe his growth is being stunted right now. So I don't think they made a bad decision picking him number 3 overall 2 years ago. But I mean, he never had a team around him. Like Le'Veon Bell, haven't been on the field since he's been there. He was probably the highest talent that's there. Crowder, the receiver, he's supposed to play tonight, which I read. So maybe you have him to help out. But you know, though Le'Veon Bell, the defense, they traded away Jamal Adams, who that looks like a mistake right now. Even though, like I said, 2 first rounders, to me, like I probably never gonna get over that. It's too high of a price. I think they should have. Well, not for them, for the Seahawks. So to get 2 first round picks is good for them. But so I guess that was that the value is good, but they missing him right now. So the organization just is in a flux right now. The future of this team, honestly, like I said, I don't know because of how they run the organization. I don't know where they will go from here. You can look at some positive things from the outside looking in, but for the most part, Jets got a lot of work to do. It's going to be hard for them to keep competing. So with that being said, I'm just going to give a quick prediction of this game. I think the Jets will win. They at home. I think Denver having to travel and everything else with the injuries and everything, I think it'll be too much. I think the Jets will win pretty close. I got 16-10 here, but it could be a closer game than that. I don't see none of these teams score more than 20 points. With Denver starting Brett Ripken, his first start, and then just how the Jets been looking lately. But I think they have enough to win this game. I think the Jets get their first win of the season. I think they win it 16-10. It's about the round of the score I got for this game tonight. I think after this game, I think the rest of the games will be on Fox, so you can watch on Fox. Like I said, this game is on the NFL Network. I'll be surprised to see what the ratings are. I think the NBA Finals it skips today, so I don't think it's no game tonight. Lakers up 1-0, by the way. Pretty dominant win over the Miami Heat last night, so we'll see how much that series goes. But I think the Jets will win a close one. I think it'll be 16-10, 13-10, something like that. I'm gonna say 16-10. I give the Jets that much credit, despite how they look this year. Let's move on to the power rankings for going into week 4. Pretty much a little bit of a shake-up because all enough the top 2 teams in my power rankings faced each other on Monday night. The Chiefs and the Ravens. Chiefs looked dominant, and they won that game 34-20. So we'll see how far the Ravens fall. And the Chiefs, of course, will stay number 1, and we'll get to that right now. Let's look at number 5, though. The Tennessee Titans. I still got them there, and it's more going off last year. They was the AFC champion runner-up, of course. They lost to the Chiefs in the AFC championship game. You could probably argue a lot of teams in this 5th spot. Pittsburgh, where they play this week, so that's a big game. That's what I'm saying. It's been postponed for right now. Supposed to move to either Monday or Tuesday, I guess, to give the team some time to practice. But the good news is the team that the Tennessee Titans play, the Minnesota Vikings, they've right now reporting no positive COVID tests, and there's only was 3 players. I think one of them was on the practice squad, so I think the virus is somewhat contained. But it's still a rough situation for the Titans as they go. Well, actually, they're at home. I think Pittsburgh comes to Tennessee, so I think that helps a lot. I think that matters because of all the stuff they're going through. Pittsburgh still practicing, so I think they have an edge in that game. We'll talk about that on Saturday. But I put the Titans here because, like I said, until they lose, there's an AFC runner-up. I just think they deserve to be here because you argue Pittsburgh, you argue a few other teams, but I got the Titans at number 5. Followed all the way to number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Very disappointing night on Monday night against the Chiefs. Pretty much looked outclassed to me, like they had stepped behind. Like I said, I was saying to somebody, I think if the crowd was there, maybe it'd have been a different game, but Patrick Mahomes did his thing, torched the Ravens defense. But like I said, I was saying I was going to drop the Ravens too far. I actually surprised I dropped them that far. But the way Seattle and Green Bay look, who is next up on this list, I had to put them in front of the Ravens because they both still undefeated. But they did lose to the number 2 team, so they wasn't going to fall out the top 5 for sure. And they number 4 this week. The Green Bay Packers, I got them third. Impressive win against New Orleans Saints on the road. Like I said, maybe that game be different if we had crowds, but we don't. Aaron Rodgers looked like an MVP candidate. He led the Packers to a big win in New Orleans. They're number 3. And number 2, the Seattle Seahawks had a tough game against Dallas, but they won the game. Like I said, they my NFC favorite right now. They jump up from 3, move on to 2. Green Bay was 4th last week. I don't think I mentioned that. Seattle with Russell Wilson. Once again, MVP candidate. He broke Patrick Mahomes' record with touchdown passes in the first 3 games. So he's out of his mind right now. I got the Seahawks second, and of course the Chiefs are number 1 until further notice, until they lose maybe. They got a big game against New England this week. That's going to be a telling game at home though. So we'll see. I don't know if the crowd will be there. I know the crowd was there for the first home game they had, so we'll see if it's a crowd there this time. That's a big game for the Patriots. They could probably move into the top 5 if they win that game. Big game, like I said, the AFC. We'll talk about all that on Saturday, but that's my top 5, my Power 5 for the week, Power Rankings. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 3, the Green Bay Packers. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks. And number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's it. Like I said, I wanted to be quick today. A little tired, rough week this week. But I still want to come on here and fulfill my obligation to myself and to my loyal subscribers as well. So enjoy the game tonight. Regardless of the situation, both teams winless, but maybe it wound up being a good game because of both teams are sort of even. So I think they're just only a 1.5 point favorite, which I can't remember a spread being that low that I can think of. Or a spread being even. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an even spread, but it's 1.5 for now. But like I said, I lean towards it just because they're at home. Honestly, that's it. Other than that, I have no other reason to pick anybody. I mean, if it was in Denver, I probably would pick the Broncos, despite them starting a quarterback for the first time. But thank you so much. I'm Troy West, and thank you. I want to say enjoy your weekend, enjoy your morning. I'll see you Saturday. We'll talk about the NBA Finals. Lakers up 1-0. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They clinched the Stanley Cup. I think it was Monday. It was. French Open will continue. College football. So we got a lot of things to talk about Saturday. Baseball playoffs have kicked off. Some teams in the American League already advanced. The Yankees advanced last night with a big win in Cleveland. Tampa Bay advances. So the top teams of the AL is moving on. Houston upsetted the Minnesota Twins. I think that's probably the biggest upset as we look at it right now. But like I said, the Cubs are already down in their series. Like I said, it's going to be a big team that's going to go down. So thank you so much. We'll talk about all that on Saturday, and I'll see you there. I'm Troy West. And thank you for watching the Silent Sports and Gaming channel. Thank you for watching another edition of the Silent Sports Video Blog, Thursday Night Football Edition. Thank you so much.